All right, so coming into today, we're on this is ES and NQ on the 1 hour chart. Um, so overnight, as you can see, we saw a massive sell-off. Well, not a massive, we saw a sell-off to come down into this liquidity. Below, we did have this new week opening gap and the prior's week's low down here. And coming into market open and overnight, as you can see on ES here, we're still very bearish. This large purple box here is a volume imbalance. And then if you look at NQ, as you can see, this is this 8 a.m. candle closure. But if you actually look at the candles here, they're uncorrelated. We do have ES. We did come down, take this liquidity, and saw some momentum to the upside. If you look at NQ, we kind of tapped this hourly, and we're looking weak. And we did have still these 1 hour fair value gaps, and this purple line here is a weekly imbalance, the consequent approach of a weekly imbalance. So as you can see here, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So really what I was hoping to see was on open was to come up into this 1 hour and reject and go lower. But given it is Thursday, the day before NFP, I was kind of coming in today with a bias of no trade because they typically are quite choppy, but that has changed of recent. Really, we're in a headline-driven market, and NFP and CPI, they're not really impacting the market like they did pre-Trump. So I was open, and honestly, I'll show you today, this was a no trade day, but really I should have taken a trade, and I'll show you what I should have taken. So here we have market open. And if you look at the market open here, we have no news today. But I was looking at, say, so we have ES is the more bullish asset, but on NQ, we see this push to the downside. So right now, ES is still holding stronger. On NQ, I was keeping an eye on this. So even here, I was like, this could be a good short. We're after coming down and inversing this 5-minute inversion, but it's already been mitigated, so it's low quality. So I was still hands off. So we did create a 5-minute. So let me get rid of this. So right now, what we do have is we're after coming down, taking this low. ES is still remaining very bullish, and we do have this 5-minute inversion. So right here, this was the trade. I should have taken this. Why should I have taken it? Because we did take out London lows, and you can see just the level of strength in this candle, and we see ES moving with such momentum. And really, what I would have done is want to get tagged in here. My stop would have been below the formation candle, and my take profit, I would have got, this would have been the trade I would have taken. Let me get rid of these. And there's reason to do it. ES is still showing strength, and but again, it is the reason I was just so hesitant was just how wicky these candles were. But really, I should have taken this. And as you can see here, we pretty much move right to the upside, and we keep on going. And honestly, like this would have been a good set. Like even when I didn't get in here, like I was still around when we saw us come through this. Now we've inversed 1 fair value gap at speed and 2 at speed. I just had in my head that we were just going to range. So I wasn't comfortable holding, I wasn't comfortable holding past this high. But in hindsight, we had a ton of liquidity up here. And really, this would have been a great trade too, is once we got this, once we pushed up here, it's just got a limit order in. I could have put my stop below this candle and then targeted the consequent encroachment of this 1 hour fair value gap. Yeah, I was disappointed in my performance today. There was good trades to be had. I was just a little too in my head coming into the day, and just honestly given, like when we open market open, just seeing all this consolidation overnight. But realistically, this is kind of the power 3 stuff where we have accumulation, we take the lows and we see positive intent off it. It's a classic setup. I was just I had a loss yesterday. I had 2 losses this week. I think that bled into me today, just being overly conscious and not wanting a loss with 3 weeks, which I shouldn't be taking any of my trades from earlier in the week into today, but I was looking for super A plus, and I already, as I said, I told myself, well, it's the day before NFP, we probably won't see much. And then once I saw this opening price action, I was like, oh yeah, this is typical shitty price action coming into the day, but not really. We got, and this candle here was a 15-minute candle close, which adds significance. It was at 10:15, so this is great. Like that, when you see that 15-minute candle close and you see this the strength in ES, this was a totally fine trade that I could have gotten. I could have just taken off at highs. So lesson learned. I just don't want to be carrying such a heavy bias coming into a day, and let price do the talking. Because not all Thursdays for NFP are the same. There's plenty of good ones to trade, and it's not really healthy. Like, it's okay to have an awareness of where we are in terms of the economic calendar, but I don't know. I could have done better today, and we'll come back tomorrow, and we'll see how we do.